All right, we've all been sold a massive lie. You know the one? The lie that the absolutely only way to build a successful business from the ground up is to sacrifice your sleep, your weekends, and basically your entire sanity on the altar of hustle culture. Well, today we're tearing down that myth. We're going to look at the real data, the actual systems, and some hard truths about what it really takes to build a scalable business without completely burning out. Welcome to this explainer of the Entrepreneurial Growth and Efficiency Handbook. Let's get right into it.
80. Yep, the infamous 80-hour work week. It is a dangerous, dangerous trap that conditions bootstrapped business owners to believe that grinding day and night is literally the only path to growth. We are constantly told that being busy equals being successful, right? But let me tell you the truth, being busy is definitely not the same as being productive. When you're constantly stuck in that exhausted go mode, you're really just confusing movement with actual progress. Now check out this contrast because it's pretty striking. Only 22% of side hustlers ever actually reach that $5,000 plus monthly revenue mark. But here is the absolute kicker. Of that elite 22%, a staggering 39% work 20 hours or less per week. Let that sink in for a second. They are making more money in a fraction of the time. They found a completely different, highly strategic way to operate.
So what does this all mean? Well, this income gap isn't about luck. It's about a fundamental strategic shift in how you build your whole framework. It's the shift from time-based income to value-based income. See, when you trade time for money, you become a reactive bottleneck. Your income is permanently capped by the hours you stay awake. But when you build value-based systems, you charge for the outcome and the impact you deliver, completely detaching your revenue from the ticking clock.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the 80-hour grind myth. It's time to stop fighting the clock.
Every extra hour you spend on busy work is literally an hour stolen from the things that truly matter, the high-level strategy that will actually grow your business to the next level. If your business relies on you to handle every single problem and make every single decision, you aren't really running a business. You're running yourself into the ground. You become the solopreneur bottleneck. Sure, you're the CEO, but you're also the intern fetching your own coffee, acting as the head of marketing, the lead salesperson, the accountant, and the customer service rep all at once. And while it feels kind of productive in the short term, acting as a core team of one basically guarantees that your business will eventually crumble the second you need to step away or, just take a breath. Moving right along to Section 2, protect your day job. We need to talk about building in parallel.
You see this everywhere online, right? That reckless leap of faith mentality. The idea that you just have to quit your job to show you're serious about your business. Well, actually, scratch that. It's fundamentally flawed. The real truth is, your job is providing the capital, and you are your first investor. Keeping your day job provides something absolutely crucial: stability and breathing room. It allows you to validate your concept on your own dime without the desperation or panic that usually leads to taking on bad clients or drastically underpricing your services just to keep the lights on. It's a very smart act of ethical building that protects your long-term vision.
All right, Section 3, the blueprint to 5K. Let's look at how to scale systematically. So once you have that stability we just talked about, you can focus on a real data-backed roadmap for growth, one that takes you from your first dollar to consistent $5,000 months without losing your mind. It starts with an absolute law for this explainer, the $60 rule. A service must generate at least $60 per hour to ensure sufficient profit margins. Why? Because eventually you are going to need to hire help, maybe a virtual assistant at $20 or $25 an hour. If your service can't clear this $60 hurdle right now, there is simply zero margin for future hiring or sustainable scaling. You'll just be forever trapped doing the work yourself. Let's actually walk up the revenue ladder here. Phase 1 is survival, $0 to $500. Here you focus entirely on hitting that $60 hour rule we just discussed. Phase 2 is growth, $500 to $2,000. Now, this requires the 3x pricing rule, tripling your direct costs so you have the actual breathing room to invest back into the business. And finally, phase 3 is optimization, hitting $2,000 to $5,000 plus. This phase demands premium positioning. You deliberately stop taking low-paying clients and focus exclusively on attracting high-value customers who pay for exceptional outcomes. Which brings us to Section 4, productize, automate, and delegate. These are your modern weapons of scale. So, how do you actually deliver those premium results without working way more hours? You trade in the ticking clock for automated gears and digital flywheels. Look at this stark difference between the unpredictable hourly freelance hustle and the scalable genius of a productized retainer. Productizing means packing up a service you traditionally sell hourly and selling it at a fixed price or a monthly retainer. Think of Dan Norris's WP Curve offering unlimited WordPress support for a flat fee, or Russ Perry's Design Pickle for graphic design. It is a highly predictable proposition for customers, and the best part, you permanently stop tracking your hours. Next up, you absolutely must delegate to reclaim your time. This is where the magic really happens. Look at the massive volume of tasks you can completely offload right now. Content generation? Give it to AI like Copy.ai or Jasper. Customer support? Handled by Tidio chatbots. Workflow automation? Connecting all your apps? Zapier or Make.com has you covered. You can hand off email routing, lead generation, SEO research, and even complex financial bookkeeping to skilled virtual assistants. This is precisely how you win back 20+ hours a week and move from operating in your business to operating on your business. And this brilliantly illustrates the new reality we operate in. No-code AI isn't just a basic tool or some shiny new toy. It acts as your silent co-founder. It analyzes data, engages customers, and triggers complex automated workflows while you're literally sleeping. It is the critical bridge between a solo passion project that burns you out and an intelligent, self-sustaining business that gives you true freedom. When you put all this together, the productization, delegation, and AI, you get some truly remarkable outcomes. Take Kelsey Kerslake's method, for example, generating $30,000 a month on a 5-hour work week. No, really, that is not a typo. 30 grand. It is achieved by systemizing trust, building an aligned team, and letting these modern systems do the heavy lifting while you focus purely on high-level strategy.
Finally, we have Section 5, Secure Your Business Foundation. This is all about ethical building.
Now, obviously, none of this fun stuff matters if your empire just crumbles under legal scrutiny, right? These are your legal pillars for scale. The moment you introduce staff and virtual assistants to your clients, you absolutely need airtight documentation to guarantee ethical building and long-term security. You need independent contractor agreements to clarify roles and responsibilities, standard operating procedures or SOPs to guarantee consistent quality across the board, client service contracts to strictly set boundaries, and brand protection policies to secure your intellectual property. You aren't just hustling anymore. You are building a real entity. Which brings us to the ultimate kind of provocative question you've got to ask yourself looking at your own systems today. Are you building a business or just a second job? If your operation relies entirely on you being awake and at your keyboard to generate revenue, well, it might be time to rethink your strategy. Start valuing your outcomes, leverage the incredible tools available to you, and go out there and truly reclaim your time.